Welcome everyone. My name is Susan and we're going to do a nice little half-hour hatha yoga class together. So comfortable on your sit bones, back is nice and straight, shoulders are relaxed. So first of all, the breathing is in through the nose, out through the nose. Nice long, full, smooth breath. Inhale completely. Always try and suspend your breath. Just hold it for a few seconds and exhale fully. Every breath you take, the whole time we're together, all right? Now listen to your body, respect your limitations. If something we do is not going to feel good or aggravate a condition or cause you pain, think about it before you try it. If you have to skip it, don't worry about it. You don't have to do it, all right? Now, nice and slow, sitting nice and tall. We always start the class with a couple of minutes of breathing. Of prana is breath, pranayama is breath control. Just to relax, all right, and just connect with our breath. I choose a different mudra every week. Today we're going to sit in Buddhi mudra, which is your little finger, which imparts calm, clear and intuitive communication. Thumb represents your ego. Palm up, resting comfortably on your lap. If you're not interested in doing a mudra, just put your hands on your lap, all right? Sitting tall, close your eyes. Let's take a nice long, smooth breath together. Continue on your own personal pranayama for the next 2 minutes. Relax those shoulders, close your eyes, and just breathe. Nice, long, full, smooth breath. Inhale completely. Suspend your breath. Exhale fully. Time to slow things down. It's time to drop the day, settle your mind. And let's set an intention for our practice today. Focus on any situation in your life, excuse me, that needs guidance from your higher self. It's time to lower the heart rate, lower the blood pressure, and lower our anxiety level. Try to find stillness in mind and body. For one more breath. And on your exhale, bring your hands together. I want you to rub them vigorously to activate your hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center, close your eyes. Let's take a nice long smooth breath together to tune out. Inhale. One more breath. And on the exhale, drop 3 fingers, keep the index fingers together, preparing for Jupiter Mudra. So one quick little note before we go any further is I'm going to try and cue you on the breathing. So when I say on the next exhale or your next exhale is when I want you to move, because we always move on the exhale. So just try and relax and slow it down. Do what you can. Do your best. That's all. One more big breath. And on the exhale, let's see if we can come all the way up. Sitting nice and tall in those sit bones, let's wake up that physical body. Let's wake up that spine. Reach. Breathing into Jupiter Mudra, which is good luck and expansion, are activated when together. Focus your energies on breaking through barriers. One more breath. On the exhale, slowly bring the arms down, very gentle, all the way. Hands on the lap, and I want you to roll the shoulders out. Now remember, every breath you take is long and smooth, so just relax, and let's start loosening up those shoulders. Roll them forward and backward. Just do what you can. All right. Let's bring the hands right in front. All right, so I'm going to show you this one here. This is a nice stretch for the spine, the shoulders, and the back. So I'm going to give you 2 ways to do this one here. Hands right in front. If you can reach out as far as you'd like. If you find that's literally too much of a stretch for you, put your hands here, bend the elbows, and just lean forward a little bit. That's all. Very important you keep your back straight, head level with your spine. So try not to hunch yourself over and around your spine, okay? Big breath. On the exhale, either just lean forward as far as you can, that's comfortable. And for those of you that are a little bit more flexible, you can go as far as you like. And let's start lengthening the spine, really stretching out the shoulders, the muscles up and down your back. Do what you can. Every move we make, you always have a little space where you can make little adjustments. If you get into a position or a stretch and you find it's a little too intense, back up, or if you need to do a little bit more, absolutely. But always move on the exhale. One more breath. On the next exhale, stay low and let's shift to the left. Now the weight's on the left thigh, right hip stays on the floor. Just go as far as comfortable and let's get a nice stretch into the right side of the body. One more breath. On the next exhale, stay low. Gentle with your spine. Let's shift our body weight to the right. Weight's on the right thigh, left hip on the floor and reach. Now only go as far as comfortable. I don't want you to feel like you have to be aggressive or you have to force your stretches or your body. Even if you move just a little bit and that's as far as you can go, that's okay. Try to relax the shoulders. Come back to the breath. The breath is there to guide you. Now while we're here, let's release the tension that we hold in our face. So I want you just to engage all the muscles. Just scrunch your face up. Squeeze your face as tight as you can and hold it. And then let it go. Let all that tension filter through your body and sink into the mat for one more breath. And on the next exhale, come back to center. Bring yourself up, straight spine. All right, roll the shoulders out if you need to. Left hand on the floor beside the left knee. I'm going to give you 3 different ways to do this particular one here. Ultimately, we're going to get onto the elbow. If that's literally too much of a stretch for you, because your right hip, I want you to make sure it stays on the floor. This is where our little block comes in. Bringing the floor up to you. If you have a block or a thick book or something, you can do that. And if you don't have anything like that, just put your hand out a little bit, bend the elbow, and you can do it that way as well. All right, so 3 different ways. Left hand on the floor beside the left knee, right hand on the right knee with a straight spine. Let's go. Inhale, right arm up to the ceiling, and exhale, leaning on the elbow, or just reach out and bend the elbow a little. Now make sure the arm is nice and lined up, body is straight, so you're not leaning forward or tilted back. Spread those fingers like rays of sunshine. If you're a little more flexible and you want to reach over a little further to the left, you can. This one here you can do with your hand on your hip as well. Lengthening the right side of the body for one more breath. On the exhale, right hand to right knee, stay in this position with the left elbow. And on the exhale, I want you to push away on the right knee, bring the right shoulder a little bit closer to the left knee. You can soften the right elbow if you'd like. And let's get a nice deep stretch into the upper back, the shoulder, and you should feel it all the way down. Breathe. Try not to hold your breath. Don't forget to breathe. Keep it going. One more. On the exhale, bend the elbow, stay low, very gentle, and come up. All right, let's go to the other side. If you're using your little block, take it with you. All right. If not, make sure you're comfortable on the sit bones, left hand on left knee, right hand on the floor beside the right knee, or out here or on the block. And let's go together. Inhale, left arm up, and exhale over. And if you can reach. Relax. Breathe. Unwinding, decompressing, lengthening, stretching those tight muscles, releasing the nerves, the blood vessels as well. On the next exhale, left hand to left knee, and push away on the exhale. Be very gentle, moving your body slowly and very carefully. There's no rush, it's not a race, it's not a contest. On the exhale, bend the elbow, come to center very slowly. All right. Perfect. Roll the shoulders out. And you're going to find that as you get on in the class, you can roll the shoulders out whenever you want. You're going to find they're going to get a little looser as we go along. Now let's reposition. Let's loosen those legs up a bit into our little butterfly or bound angle pose. Now from here, I'm going to give you 2 different ways. Now sitting in this position here, lengthening, stretching up the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, groin area, those tight buttocks as well. And it's a gentle hip opener. Now, if you find sitting like this is as far as you want to go or can go or need to go, just rest your hands on your legs, but keep your back straight. Just hang out here, relax and breathe. But if you want to go a little deeper, hands on the ankles, you can lean forward, gently pressing on the knees. Now, again, the back stays straight, head is level with the spine. So try not to be rolling your back and bowing your head as best as you can. All right, take your breath. And if you're leaning forward, gently pressing on the, don't slam down on the knees, very gentle. Focus more on leaning forward. Try to relax the knees, the thighs, and those hips. Find the place that feels just right. The breath is flowing and just stay there. You don't have to go deeper. Sometimes you might, some days you need to back up. Every time you do a class, every day our body feels a little differently. So, respect how your body feels. But on the other hand, don't be afraid to challenge your body either once in a while. And for one more breath, come up slowly, all the way. Okay, hands on the knees, bring them together. Now, I want you to straighten the left leg. Now, I'd like you to put the right foot into the cusp of the left knee. Just back up so you can see me here. Now, if that's comfortable for you, if you want to slide your foot down your calf area, that's fine. But you don't have to bring it up any higher. And we're going to do a lovely single leg stretch from here. If you need to support your knee, you can always use your block if you'd like. Now, both hands onto the left knee. So this particular stretch here is for the hamstring, the back of the leg, all right? It's going to also for the knee and the calf. Make sure the toes are pointing to the ceiling. So all we're going to do here is you're going to focus on leaning forward. For those of you who can or want, you can go down a little further. If you want, you can grab your foot. But even just leaning forward, you should feel this, all right? Try to relax your knee and your thigh while you're doing this if you can. All right, let's start from here. With a straight spine, take your breath. Exhale. Try to keep your back straight again, hinging at the hips. And breathe. One more breath. Exhale, come up. This one here you should feel. This would be called a dynamic or isotonic stretch. Just sitting like this, just barely moving, you can feel it. So it's a really dynamic stretch, so you can feel the activity. Now from here, we're going to get into a twist pose right from here. So keep your legs the way they are. Left hand on the right knee, right hand behind the back. We're going to turn to the right. So let's work on that spine a little bit from here. Take your breath, and on the exhale, gently look over the right shoulder. Your back is straight, shoulders are relaxed. Breathe. Releasing the spine, keeping it nice and flexible and agile and supple. Now don't torque your back or your neck. Even if you find you have to back up or readjust yourself, make sure that you always take care of how you feel. Be aware of how you feel, where you are, the position of your body, how your body moves, and your breath. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Close your eyes. If that helps you connect with your breath, close your eyes. And on the exhale, come to center. All right, let's go to the other side. So let's straighten this one and try this one. Foot into the cusp of the knee. Again, if you have to adjust the position of your foot for your own comfort, absolutely, especially for your knee and the hip. Let's try this side here. Let's work on the right leg. Let's release that hamstring. Big breath on the exhale. You always notice that one side of your body, is a little bit weaker. You can't go do as much. Maybe it's not as balanced. The other side is always stronger. It's a little different for everybody. So we try to work both sides of the body to keep things balanced. So just do what you can. Smile. Breathe. One more breath. And the exhale, come up slow. Very slow. All right, let's go to our twist pose from here. Right hand on left knee, left hand behind the back. Breath to center. And on the exhale, let's go. Let's look over. The breath is exactly the same in the twist pose. And of course, if you want to go deeper in some positions, you do it on the exhale. You can go a little further, just pressing on the knee or back up. There's always room to make little adjustments to suit your body, where you are in your practice, or even if you're new to this. And on the exhale, let's come back to center. Okay. Now, let's straighten the legs. This is our staff pose. So we're just going to roll the ankles and the wrists, and we're just going to wiggle our toes and fingers today. That's it, all right? So if you want to open your legs a little bit, and let's start with the ankles. Just roll them out slowly. Wiggle your toes if you can. Roll them in and out, and let's do the wrists and the hands together. Let's do it all together. Wiggle those fingers, articulate. Let's loosen up the fingers and the toes, the ankles, the feet, the hands, and the wrists. And as you roll everything, it also engages lower leg muscles and forearms as well. Perfect. Now from here, let's get ourselves into our table, so onto our hands and knees. Now in my classes, I always offer my students a little extra padding. If you find you need it for your knees or your wrist, you can use a thin pillow, a thin blanket, or a thin towel as well. Into our table. Now checking our alignment, ankle to knee, knee to hip, knees are hip distance apart, keeping everything nice and lined up and safe. Elbows, shoulders, wrists lined up. Head is level with your spine. Let's do some cat and cow together. Inhale, head up, sacrum up, C-scoop spine. Exhale as you arch the back, chin to chest, belly button, spine. Try to relax your thighs while you're doing this. Follow the rhythm of the breath. Keep going. When you come up on your cow, you lengthen your belly, release your abdominals and your chest as well. And when you get into your little cat, you lengthen that spine, releasing upper back. This is a really good stretch for your lower back. One more time, up. And neutral. Okay, so from here, we're going to gradually get ourselves up to mountain. So we're going to get into our downward dog, stay there, walk ourselves up to mountain. If you prefer to stay in table and then get up to mountain, you can do that as well. So preparing for downward dog, curl the toes, take a breath, and on the exhale, everybody up. You can move your feet back a little bit, get that tail up nice and high, back is straight, head is hanging down, shoulders are relaxed. Downward dog. Breathe. Now let's walk the dog. Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, switch. This is a nice calf stretch. Walk the dog, follow the breath. And from here, let's walk ourselves up to mountain. Come up nice and slow, gentle. All right, perfect. Roll the shoulders out, shake the hands out, shake those legs out, get the kinks out before we go any further. We're going to do a nice little warrior flow today on both sides. All right, so roll them out again, roll those shoulders out, relax. And this is our mountain Tattasana. Feet are nice and anchored to the floor, standing nice and tall. Let's take a couple of breaths here just to relax and connect. Breathe. Being aware of your posture, nice and tall. All right, perfect. All right, so coming to the front of the mat. I'm going to do it sideways so you can see what I'm doing. And let's prepare for our pyramid. All right, so right at the front of the mat, take a breath. And on the exhale, step back with the right leg. Nice wide step back, that's on a bit of an angle. Checking the alignment again, hip, knee, ankle, foot, nice and lined up, especially that knee, always being aware of our knee. Hips are square, let's go. Inhale up, exhale, big breath. Exhale, hinging up the hips, fold over, hands onto the knees. This would be engaged pyramid for beginners, or you can go a little further down. Ideally, the leg should be straight. If this is bothers your knee, hips, or lower back, soften your knee for your own comfort if you need to. All right. Pyramid. Preparing for warrior one, take a breath. On the exhale, bend the knee, push yourself up. Find your lunge, warrior one. Relax the shoulders. Challenging your balance, nice and anchored to the floor. Now you should be able to see the tip of the toe from the tip of the knee. If you can do that, that means your lunge is nice. Ankle and knee are lined up, the knee is nice and safe. Warrior two, next exhale. Left to the front, right to the back. Keep that lunge. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Arms are out, looking at the tips of the left finger. Reverse. Left hand comes up, right hand on the back of the right leg. Let's go. Exhale. Feeling a nice stretch into the inner thigh, buttock. Perfectly balanced, nice and anchored to the floor. Let's get into humble warrior. Take a breath. Exhale, straighten body, both hands onto the small of the back. Exhale, turn your body in front of the left knee. Exhale, fold over, humble warrior. Breath is flowing, feeling strong. One more breath. Exhale, come up, straighten leg. Release the arms back to mountain. Roll it out, shake it out. Let's do the other side. All right, come to the front of the mat. Preparing for the left leg. Take a breath on the exhale, step back, left leg. Nice big wide step. Left foot's on an angle. Check alignment, nice and safe. Inhale up, exhale. Big breath. Exhale. Preparing for warrior one. Big breath. Exhale, bend the knee, push yourself up, nice and strong, perfectly balanced. Breathe. On your next exhale, prepare for warrior two. Right to the front, left to the back. Looking at the tips of the right finger, lower the shoulders. Reverse warrior on the next exhale. And let's try that humble warrior. Take a breath. Exhale, straighten body, both hands on the small of the back. Exhale, turn your body in front of the right knee. And exhale, fold over. Relax the shoulders. Pay attention to your breath. One more. From here, get into down dog. One more breath. On the exhale, knees on the floor, table. Preparing for child's pose. Open up the knees a little wider if you need to. Take a breath, exhale, lean back. Now, make sure your head and your neck are supported. You can rest your forehead on your stacked fists. You can rest your forehead on your block, stacked hands, or on the floor. And let's rest into child's pose. Child's pose Balasana is a full body stretch. It's a resting pose in a neutral place. So just rest and let's stay here for a couple of breaths to absorb the benefit of our practice so far. And now's the time to thank yourself for being here today, for taking this little time to be on your mat, just to rest, to breathe, for whatever reason brings you here. Maybe to re-energize, or maybe just to step away from the busyness of the outside world for a little while. For one more breath. On the next exhale, bring yourself up out of your child's pose very slowly and carefully. And let's get ourselves onto our backs. Come down on your back. Back is nice and anchored to the floor. Shoulders are relaxed. Keep your knees bent. Let's prepare to give ourselves a big hug. On the exhale, bring the knees up. Big hug. And rock. Keep that breath going. Close your eyes if you like. Rock and breathe. Let's really start. You're really lengthening that spine a little more. Give yourself a beautiful back massage. Little circles to the left, focusing on the lower back. Lengthening, stretching, releasing. Giving yourself a little time to relax. Give yourself permission to relax. Knees to center, soles of the feet onto the floor. And I want you to straighten one leg, straighten the other leg. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, let them fall over your head. And I want you to stretch your body out. Fingertips to the tips of your toes. You can reposition your arms if this bothers your shoulders. And just let yourself feel nice and heavy. And just sink into the mat. Completely relaxed and calm. Finding that place of serenity on your mat. No cares, no worries, no anxieties, no thoughts. Just your breath. For one more. And on the next exhale, I want you to bring your hands to the side of your body, palms facing the ceiling, hands are open to receive guidance from your higher self. And let's prepare for our closing Savasana, meditation, relaxation, reflection time, however you choose to bring this into your practice today, resting comfortably in your corpse pose. At this point, if you'd like, you can bend your knees for comfort. You can lay on your side. Some people like to have a little blanket. Because we have a short class, it's a very short Savasana. Some classes, you might have 5 minutes, you might have 10 minutes for Savasana. So just let it all go, just rest. It's always just something to think about as yoga practice. It's not about performance, it's about integrating mind and body through breath awareness. So you listen to your body wherever you are in your practice. Do what you can, do what you need to do, what feels best for you. Let your mind, your body, and your soul absorb the vibrations of the bells, bringing your own energies to its appropriate frequency. Slowly bring yourself back into your space, back into the room. Bring life back to your body, wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, very slowly, very gently, bring yourself back up to our cross-legged Sukhasana position or any seated position at this point that's comfortable for you. Take your time. I know it's hard to get off the floor. Sitting nice and tall and your sit bones back is nice and straight. Let's bring our hands together and let's rub them vigorously to activate that hand chakra. Hands out to your heart center, close your eyes. Let's take a nice long smooth breath together to tune in. Inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Sat Nam. Shanti, Shanti, peace, peace. May love and light be with you always. Namaste. And we're done. So thank you. Thank you very much for coming out, for joining me. And it's always absolutely my pleasure. So have a wonderful day and a nice weekend. Today is Friday the 28th, May 28th. Get outside, get some fresh air, get some sun on your face, go play, find something that makes you happy. But try and do it outside if you can, okay? Keeps the mind nice and clear and gives you a nice change of attitude as well, all right? So my name is Susan, thanks again. And I just did, previous to this one, a nice chair yoga class, and I'm going to be doing a Pilates on the mat for half hour. If you're interested, you can stay tuned for that as well. All right, have a lovely day. Thanks again.